suitlej. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? It's me, Phil Fisher, aka Follower Fisher. And we got our morning mini painting stream. Still a little cold down here in Florida. My hands are very cold. I know no one wants to hear me gripe about it, but we're just not used to it. I almost feel like some of those cold stunned iguanas that fall out of trees. That's me right now. So, we've upgraded to the big travel mug of coffee today. This serves two purposes. One, keeps my coffee warmer longer, which is always a good thing. And two, prevents me from rinsing my brush in it, as always. So, good start. Good start. But last mini painting stream, we were working on our Shoretroopers. We were working on doing up all these leather pouches these guys have, painting some of the weapons. And they're starting to come together. Not too bad. So, yeah. We got some pouches done. We're going to continue working on these today. And I am very excited to see these kind of come together. These were printed by me. So I am thrilled that they just came together all around. I'm going to be really happy once they start putting the water effects on there, and then they look really nice. That's my hope. But we'll get done what we can get done, and we'll go from there. I apologize. The weather has thrown me for a loop, which does make my voice a little beefier, but it also makes me sound more congested. So, and then I also probably cough more than I would like, but we'll feel better. Coffee. All right, so we're moving on to doing some of the leather. Let's do the black. We'll get the weapons and the bodysuit, the under. Stormtroopers, they have a black bodysuit, right? These guys are no different. So, like the gloves. Do that, no one can see. The gloves, things like the elbows here. Thankfully, that's about it. These guys are just wearing pants, so it's a little different than if we were just doing standard Stormtroopers, but you guys get the idea. And then we're doing the lenses and the nose. So this bit here, throwing some ink in there. So we'll start with the black stuff. So we will continue with Where is the contrast? It's over here. It's hiding from us. I pushed it back here during the during the Tamiya stream. So if you're just joining us, my name's Phil Fisher. I am a dad gamer streamer. What does that mean? What is dad gaming? Dad gaming is stuff your dad would play. Or you, if you are a dad. That's kind of a misnomer because I'm not a dad. But simulation stuff, management stuff, survival crafting, grand strategy, that sort of stuff. So in our Sim Tuesdays, we'll be doing some Train Sim World. You can go check out the VOD on that. I do apologize for that VOD. We got fired for both Amtrak and Deutsche Bahn on the same day. Or sorry, not Amtrak, New Jersey Transit. But yeah, it was fun. I just need to work my way up and familiarize myself a little more with the American Rail. But that was fun. And then Saturdays, we have Workbench Saturday. So what is Workbench Saturday? Right now, I'm building the Tamiya RE20. Let me show you. This bad boy. It is a Tamiya 1/12 big scale series. This is the top of the line for racing models. I'm so happy. My wife Kawhi and Cozy and producer picked me up this. So it's been a pleasure. And the fun thing about this one is this is actually sprung. This whole thing. Well, I'll show you. So here's what we have so far, the Tamiya kit. But these are actual springs. They're functional. Oops. They're actual springs. So once the car is assembled, we'll sit down and actually have a real suspension you can push down on, which I find very cool. It's got a working steering rack and pinion here, which I think is so cool. But yeah, so this is what we're working on Saturdays. But today, we're doing minis in the morning. Mini mornings. I'll workshop it. Thanks for hanging out. I do have a couple thank yous for new follows, and those are for CD, Robco17, and 212 Charmander. Thank you to the lot of you. You guys are awesome. If you haven't seen CD, she is an awesome variety game streamer from Arkansas in the U.S. or Arkansas. You should definitely go check her out. CIDE. Or I'll shout her out because she is currently well, or not. That's fine. But that is CD. She's celebrating her 6-year stream anniversary. So if you got time, she'll be back later today. I think she's doing Oblivion. That'll be later this afternoon. But anyway, back to this task at hand. Imperial Legion Stormtroopers. These are 3D printed. We've got our base coats down. So our chocolate brown pants, our leather bags and weapons. And now we're going in and doing the black accents for things like the weapons, the under armor body glove, the lenses in the helmets, and so on. So we'll be using GW paints for this. Games Workshop. The first is Contrast Black Templar. This has been my saving grace for half this army. The Empire is mostly black and white. Not ethically or morally, but in terms of color. you know, you got dudes in black armor and you got dudes in white armor. So this takes care of the accents as well as the black armor. And then we got our Null Oil. This is our ink. We'll be using this for the lens and for the nose piece. But yeah, let's start with these guys. So I'm actually going to put away the wet palette because the contrast will kind of go through it. But that's okay. Take care of that. We will take care of that. All right. Get our Black Templar. Makes me nervous. I don't want to spill this pot everywhere. That would not be the star of the day I want. But it would be the star of the day I probably would get. So we're fine. We're doing okay. All right. So we've got some of these golden maple unbranded Chinese brushes. They're fine for my purposes. I don't know if anyone wants to sponsor brushes. They are more than welcome. I will use them on stream. I don't have to get these fake sable brushes imported via Amazon. You hear me, Windsor Newton? I'll take some brushes. You just gotta send me a pamphlet how to take care of them real good, because I destroy every every Windsor Newton brush I owned. Kind of wrecked. So we definitely don't want to do that. All right, sorry guys. Just trying to balance mic position and where you guys can see the action. As much as this is action. Just want to be real careful around here. It's always easier to go darker over light. It's definitely harder to go lighter over dark. I mean, you can do anything with multiple coats, but it's a pain. So we don't want to be doing that. We want to try to use our steady hands here. And the benefit of this contrast paint is it will run fairly well. More than standard Abaddon black, or I usually use Army Painter Vallejo black. Just because I like their matte black. I like how they have a matte black. So we just don't want to paint over this handguard here. Get on the other side of this. Old man Phil can't see anything. There we go. All right. Hit this elbow crease here. Just like that. We'll do the other side as well. I'll tell you guys, I had a heck of a night. One of the dogs has got some thyroid meds. I've been trying to incorporate it slowly into his diet. And it had him up all night gagging. So, Kawaii and Cozy and myself. Oh no. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep. So I'm a little more sleepy than normal. This is why. All the dogs in the house are sleeping. We're just exhausted and not sleeping. She's already up at work and I start work in a few hours here. So Just trying to get a little painting in before the day starts. Because then I have a long day too. Long days are brutal. But, you know, you work long enough, they happen. Especially if you're in a profession that tends to work on weird schedules. Looks pretty good on the gun. The shoulders look good. Yeah. Okay. This guy's done. But wherever you are out there, and whoever you are out there, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy and safe. And doing okay. In an ever-changing world, one of the things we can do that's easy and free is just be good to each other. We're all just humans trying to make it work. Especially in uncertain times. So, you can choose to stand by or do nothing. Or we can do something constructive, community building. It's like I'm trying to do with you all. Share my passions with the world. Hopefully make someone smile. And as always, if you see anything wrong with what I'm doing, just let me know. Drop me a chat. Or if there's something you'd like to see me do that I am not doing or would prefer I do have a suggestion box. Hey, good morning, Eka Chess. Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream today. Feel free to hang out, lurk, chat. We're just painting some Star Wars Legion today. Hanging out, trying to stay warm this cold Thursday morning. Yep. These are some third-party Star Wars Legion Shoretroopers. Well, you are more than welcome to eat and watch here. If you're looking for pro painting tips, I am probably not that dude. But if you just want to chat and watch some minis being painted, I am your guy. That's not all we do. We do a lot of dad gamer stuff. Simulation, management titles. We've been playing Train Sim World. We did a little golf last week. What are you eating? You eating anything good? Ooh. Thai food is good. I get behind some Thai food. Though, to be honest, I imagine here in the States, um, we probably have a bastardized version of Thai food. But, like, I love a good curry. I haven't tried out Trench Crusade. My local friend group is definitely looking to get into it. I've seen a lot of the painting work being done right now, and it's pretty phenomenal. I like the aesthetic. And kind of that the World War I / Crusades looks, mixed grim dark. Well, once I get the Discord channel up and going, the Discord server, you should show us your painting. I'll get the mini showcase channel open and we can start pasting stuff in there. So you're playing Black Rail and Beelzebub. Why the name Follower Fisher? So you ever play Fallout? Specifically, I guess in modern canon, Fallout New Vegas? But I kind of see myself as a follower of the apocalypse. So that's where the name Follower Fisher comes from. You know, scientists and nerds and kind of humanists that make the best of a terrible situation. Serve the community. But yeah, those folks in the Mormon fort. That's why. I used to do cosplay as a follower of the apocalypse, and I don't know, it just kind of stuck. And then my name is Phil Fisher, so Follower Fisher. That's where it comes. You are the first person to ask. I think these are definitely silver. They're like charges, grenades. I'll go ahead and paint the inside. There we go. There's like a little divot in the middle. Yeah, you get the alliteration, Follower Fisher. There was another game we were looking at, Doom 1490, I think it was. that has it's not a similar vibe, but it's skirmish scale. But still kind of like that Crusades aesthetic. I think we have the books for that. I don't know if anyone's picked up the Trench Crusade materials yet. And we also recently picked up Gaslands. So we're working on that. And in the backlog, we got more Legion. We got 40K. I've got a bunch of historic stuff as well. So I've got a bunch of the Warlord games, Bolt Action, Blood Red Skies, Cruel Seas, Victory at Sea. And then a few Star Wars stuff. We got Shatterpoint, we got Legion, Armada, and X-Wing. Though the X-Wing has honestly just been in a case in the garage for the past 3 years. It hasn't come out. But I don't want to sell it because it's a pretty decent collection. I do play 40K. But I don't have as many 10th games in as I would like. Just between work and trying to schedule games. But yeah, I do. I play. So I can't really zoom with the camera. One of the things we're working towards is getting a newer camera. So I could actually show you guys a little more detail. But sadly, that's about all I can give you guys at the moment. Yeah, I think the next step from here is like a true Canon DSLR or something. Yeah, they're coming together. I'm happy with them. We're going to do some water effect bases. So I've pre-done these to test out some colors and stuff. This is what our sea bases are going to look like. So, you know, being Shoretroopers, they're going to be, you know, running along the sand. So I left some. Well, so every day you get a little better, and 6 months is a good starting point. That's good. You're not buried under plastic yet, which is a good start. And, you know, now's the time to figure it out. Give yourself a lot of patience. I'm not a particularly good painter. I think I'm a decent tabletop quality painter. I can get stuff to the tabletop quality. And that's really all I need. I'm not, you know, a Golden Demon winner even close. Actually, there are many people in my friend group that paint better than I do. But I do like to have a nice cohesive army. Kind of what we're going for with the Imperials. At least for now. I could see that. I guess it depends on the 40K. I mean, there are things that I love and hate to paint. I guess I'd have to play Trench Crusade to see how much I really like the art, and I love the minis. But until I get a feel for how it plays. I don't know how much I'm going to be playing, if that makes sense. And it also depends what you're painting in 40K. What are you starting with in 40K, Eka? Orcs. Wreck them oomies. For the war. I like orcs a lot. Orcs. Just the ridiculousness of orcs lore. Was it painting things red make them go faster? Painting things purple make them disappear? I love orc logic. It's one of my favorite things. And they're just little fungus dudes. They're little mushroom dudes. That'll take over a planet if you let them. And that to me is so much fun. My current primary is Admech. Despite my love-hate relationship with it. In terms of painting, yeah, they paint up really well. They're not too bad. And they are... You know, orcs are like the kit bashing pleasure. Like, yeah. So, let me grab some. So, this needs to... I'll mess with lighting. But here is... I think it's Skutari Vanguard Captain. We're going standard Mars red. And here's my call. Yeah. But I hope to never paint this model again. I never want to paint this again. This model is a very cool model. It was a nightmare to paint. And you have to do it all in sub-assemblies just because there's all this like filigree and crap, like these arms and the, you know, they're Admech. They got little arms and servo skulls and stuff everywhere. Then we got our Dune Crawler. Blasting the surface of Mars here, right here with the... This is Icarus array. And then surprise, surprise, more tech priests. I that is a constant feeling. I know exactly what that is. Yeah, it happens. Here's the yeah. Well, it depends. You can wait it out, right? You can wait it out. Like right now, Fantasy Flight's Star Wars Shatterpoint is super on sale. If you look in the Facebook group, everyone's, you know, big discounts. Either in anticipation of the next wave or the game is dying. So you could get your whole squad for half off. However, you know, at that point, no one might be playing it. So you might be the one making, building, and painting both armies. Which is completely fine. That's usually what I do, especially for the historics, because I don't have a lot of friends who are into historics. So usually I'm the one that's like, hey, let's play this game. But I'm also the one to buy it and paint it and assemble it and everything else. I think that's smart. Yeah, definitely being financially responsible goes a long way. Especially if you have a spouse. You make sure you want to communicate to them what you're doing. You don't want to be the guy getting shouted at by your girlfriend or wife outside of the Games Workshop store. Definitely don't want that. Now, there was a video a little while ago where some dude is bringing home like a battleship Yamato. He's on the subway platform and his girlfriend is furious at him. 25, you got some time. You're good. But, you could be married at 25. But all I'm saying is, make sure you communicate with your spouse. Because if she doesn't hate your hobby, she will buy you stuff for said hobby and then let you go play with the boys. As a matter of fact, she'll be like, get out of the house, go play with your friends, go roll dice at the store. So, a little happy wife, happy life sort of thing. My wife blew my mind over Christmas and got me Tamiya 1/12 big scale Renault RE20. Which we're painting on Saturdays. Yeah, it's very pretty. So baller. Whoops, forgot to plug in the light and it died on me, but it is back. There we go. Well, you got time. Sorry, I didn't mean to prescribe a bunch of relationship advice. Not my intention. Well, it took me. I hear that. It took me a long time to be able to get to that point. But that comes naturally. Start building a career, you find a gig, it takes you to the next level. Yeah, you're gonna want to be able to like get an apartment, at least to start. I don't know how the market is in Thailand, but stateside the housing market's brutal at the moment. I wonder if these are black or if they're. I'm gonna look at reference really quick. I think I may have downloaded reference. Yeah, I had a feeling. All right, so let me see if I can add this here. Add image. There he is. That's what we're going for. Our boy down a little bit. Yeah, it does feel that way sometimes. As if the world isn't stacked up against us enough. There we go. I need more coffee. I'm working on it. Let the brush sit too long. Now I gotta eat paint. There we go. I have to touch that up. Not great. Not great, Phil. Not great. Elbow, elbow, yep. Oh, I need my big honker boy. I don't know what it would with my large paint handle. Oh. I guess we'll just make do. Never mind, I found it. There it is. Oh, the mortar trooper's already painted black. Okay. Just these three left. Well, Eka, you got something going on this weekend? Looking forward to hanging out with friends or painting? Oh, from uni? That's awesome. Congratulations. That's so cool. Well, even though I don't know you, I am proud of you. College, university is a lot of work. A lot of work. And here in America, people seem to devalue it more and more by the day. I come from a fairly academic family, so it was not an option. We didn't get the option to not go to school, which is fine. We all went, you know, me and my siblings all went to school for stuff we wanted to do. So we were going to do it either way. What did you study over the past couple of years? Uh-oh. That's not good. Though I could say in Florida, we've had a very interesting battle between the governor and some of the university system here. Oh, MIS. Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Yep, I know MIS. You, it's a good field to get into now because you need all the skills to access. Oh, just interface with your data. I currently work in IT. My undergrad was in environmental science, but biology was my specialty. I wasn't like a environmental chemist or anything like that. I was a vertebrate ecologist. And then I did fisheries work, and then I got into development and IT. So now I do GIS, so geographic information systems, making digital maps and digital twinning and stuff like that. Oh no. Look at paint everywhere. Well, to be honest, the same. Okay. Well, hey, throughout college, I sold instruments. Like I worked at a music shop, and then I worked at a fish house. Like throughout and then after college. I just happened to graduate at a really poor time in the American economy. A very, very poor time in recent history. So I ended up hanging out there until I got my biologist gig. Is this the null oil? This is the null oil. But working with family can be fun. If you get along well with your family. Well, congrats again. Eka, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Good luck with your appointment. And thank you for following. If I don't see you again. But I should be up for at least another half hour. Actually, this is probably a perfect time to take a quick bathroom break. Yep, we'll be right back. I'm just going to use the restroom, top off the coffee, and then we'll continue probably our dry brush layer of all the leather stuff. But it's coming together, guys. Coming together real nice. If Phil can just figure out the lighting. But we'll be right back. And we're back. Ooh, still cold here. We're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to do a little bit of dry brush, I think. Get our leather looking good. Then we'll do a touch-up pass on the armor, paint the stripes. So I think by squad, they have this shoulder stripe here. So we'll have to work on those. Yeah, we got leather, lens, weapons are pretty much done. They're straight black. Yeah, and we're closing in. We're getting there. So the only thing I think I messed up was I painted these leather, but I don't know. Maybe it'll make them even more legally distinct. We'll bring the mouse down on me. For now, we'll move our reference over. Our reference boy. There he is. Thank you, Wikipedia, for being a source of reference for all my Legion painting. All right, so we're going to start with this guy. Start doing some dry brush of the leather. So my leather formula is usually base and rhinoxide, and then no, skag. Where's my skag? There's my skag. And I'll go underneath and do my skag brown, Citadel skag brown. And then I like to dry brush with some tanned flesh or barbarian flesh. So we will break out the wet palette for this. And I'll need more paper towels because we're doing dry brushing. Shake this up real good. Let's see how well we've got this mixed. If not, we'll go over the... Yeah, that looks good. That's perfect. It'll do just fine. We'll take a little bit of this on the brush. Get it in there. Going down just a little bit like this. And then we're going to come over, just lightly dry brush these guys. Give us a little highlight. And then normally I'll go back and I'll do like another actual layer highlight. But this will at least get some of this going here. It's okay if these look a little dusty. They're sand troopers. Hanging out in water and salt and stuff. They can be a little dusty. And then we'll go back in. We'll do all the buckles. Get that going. Our officer here. I still haven't done the officer's weapon, but it's okay. So my hack for mini dry brushing is go get a pack of cheap makeup brushes. You usually buy, these don't have to be good. The cheaper, honestly, most of the time the better, unless like they're literally falling out of the ferrule. Because you'll get these nice little brushes. My wife told me what it was the other day, like a blending brush and something else, but they make perfect dry brushes for miniatures because they're nice and tiny. You can get into some of these details. Pick out some of these highlights. You get a little more control because it's a little brush. And when you gunk them up, you don't feel bad because you spent like $6 on the whole bloody pack of them. We're kind of being fairly liberal here. Really want to pick up all the Reyes stuff, and if we need to, we could do another light wash. I probably will. I'll probably go on ahead and take a thin down wash, bring that back over all of this stuff again. There we go. Yeah, let me get those pouches, y'all. Starting to come together. Yep. And this is one that I painted that belt box. It's okay. Yeah, we probably will take another ink layer here. Some of these are honestly still a little bright from the first pass, but that's okay. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. It's too much. A little too aggressive there. Yeah, we'll definitely need to Thin that boy a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. So now we got our dry brush of all our leather bits. I think I'm going to dual brush here. I think what I'm going to do is throw more of the barb flesh down. So we're going to do a line highlight on some of these straps and stuff that I was just a little too scared to go in and actually hit with the dry brush. And then we'll do some silver or some iron. Wish there were more references. It's hard when your unit has like 15 minutes of screen time. Especially because these models aren't exactly canon. They're a little different. Yeah, we want some like iron breaker or something like that. Go plate mail, gunmetal. Start with the gunmetal. We'll work our way up. So we'll start with the war paint, the army painter. And if I don't like that, we'll go with the Vallejo model color. I forgot I bought that. I could have used it for the Tamiya kit. That's okay. We used Tamiya paint for it, so. This is going to be some detail stuff. Nothing too terrible. We could even give our guns a little dry brush if we want to. Why don't we do that first? We'll do that first since the dry brush is here. And I'll use the bigger one. So, I mean, not too much bigger, but a little bigger. And grab some of our gunmetal. There we go. And then we're just going to dry brush these guns. Get some detail out of them. There we go. Already looks better. So just a light dry brush over our black contrast. For any new folks that may be joining us, hello, welcome. I am Phil Fisher. Welcome to my channel, the Follower Fisher channel. Here we do a variety of dad games and mini and model painting and construction. In the mini side, we've been working on these Legion Shoretroopers for a little bit, like the last 4 sessions. And on Saturdays, we've been working on Tamiya 1/12 scale Renault RE20 kit, like a masterpiece grade kit. I'm trying to do it justice. I'm trying to do it justice on stream too, so it's a little interesting. But and then we've been doing a lot of simulation stuff. We've done some X4 recently. We've done some Train Sim World 5. Even last week we got to play a little Tiger Woods PGA Tour with my buddy Clam Walk. Just trying to pick out this detail here. I don't want to go too ham. We'll probably ink over these again. We will have to touch some of this up, I have a feeling. But that's okay. We're always touching stuff up. How it goes sometimes. Touch up. Do the touch up. Only because it's going to drive me nuts. I keep seeing these little spots of black. And we never painted the pistol on the officer. So we get that painted. I can't dry brush something that's not really painted. Can I? I mean, I can try. I just won't. I'd have to repaint it anyway. Might as well paint it right the first time. Then we can worry about everything else. Happy little painting accidents. This one? Yes, this one. This never got done. Over there. Okay. I feel better now. That makes me feel better. And to be honest, we might... Still not sure if this is gray. We'll look at some reference. But let's finish up our silver or gunmetal dry brush. And then we can move on to the highlights. The leather highlights. Bam. Okay. There's that, there's that, there's that. Okay. I think that's it for the metal dry brush. So we are good on that front. All right. So I think all we have about time for is finishing up the leather painted highlights. We will have to go in about 10 minutes. Just because I got work. One day, maybe we can get to a point where I can quit my job and hang out with you guys all day. That day is not today, sadly. Not today. So, what I'm going to do, So grabbing these edges here, taking these out like this. And it looks bold now. As we kind of come in, we can re-ink. That'll definitely tie a lot of this together. It is so cold here. I hate painting in the winter. I live in Florida, guys. So very humid state in the US. So if you've never been here, like normally we have something like 80 to 90% humidity. And your paint will stay fairly wet through the session. However, I mean, this happens in northern states too, but with the heat on, it just dries out. Like the tips of my brushes are drying out almost instantly. It's not fun. We do what we can. It's too much tuna. Right there. Oh. Normally, if we can thin out some of this, we'll do like a general highlight on top. I know it's ugly. I know it's ugly. Trust the process. Trust said process. It is a little thin. We'll mop up some of this. And then when we ink back over, it should mellow everything out. This pink. At the top of this box, the sides. Some detail on the fist. There you go. Draw a line down the back. Now our officer is coming together a little bit. Right, so you're done. You are not, but you are. You three are good. It's all right. There we go. Here we go. That's coming together real nice. I will take that. I'm going to take an extra care to highlight the straps, the edges. Once again, these color differentials will kind of tone down with any subsequent wash. Definitely want to pick out some of these highlights. They'll read better on the tabletop. And that's what we're doing here. Just, you know, making sure it reads. We're putting in an effort. Nothing too wild. We're not spending 100 hours on a mini. We're definitely trying to get something happening. Very tired this morning, guys. Dog was being a nightmare last night. And collectively, I'm operating on like 2 hours of sleep, but... And then long work day. We're doing okay. We're alive, we're here. We're painting with you all, so life can't be too bad. Definitely worse situations for people around the world right now. If the worst I gotta gripe about is my dog kept me up all night, we're doing okay. But I do want to thank you all for coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a ton of fun. Thank you, Eka, for the follow. Thank you to Charmander, Robco, and CD for their follows yesterday Tuesday after the stream. I didn't get to thank you guys when we were streaming 2 days ago, but I do appreciate it. Every follow helps. Not that we're in it for the money, but a new camera would be nice so you guys could see more of what I'm doing. And that'll be the first thing. But for now, I think we're going to throw to Rube, our buddy Caveman Rube. He's been playing Derail Valley as well as Red Dead Redemption recently. Rube is a wonderful gentleman and a fancy bow tie wearer. So we're going to give Rube some love this morning. Once again, thank you all for hanging out with me. And I hope you're doing well. We'll see you next time.